How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to our playthrough of the Stronghold 3 campaign. Today we're going to be playing mission number 2, A Bend in the River.
They escaped. I sent my men after them, but they found horses and rode as fast as they could. The jackal spoke to me, tail between his legs. They escaped, he said, but the castle is rubble. He said that they fled along the riverbank. I sent my spies to find them. They tell me that there are scattered troops there, gangs of peasants playing at being soldiers, who would attempt to defy me. They tell me that the boy is working with them. They try to cut my armies off, to stop them destroying more of this accursed country. My spies ask me if they should attack. End it all now. Kill him. I tell them to wait for my army to arrive. I don't want to lose this fight, not after waiting for so long. I tell them that I want to see him suffer.
The world is turned upside down. Enemy troops roam unchallenged across the whole of the south, and their scouts are everywhere. You must pause to regroup and to try and get word of the others still loyal to the king. Build a temporary base in this bend in the river and rest until you are strong enough to move on.
Okay, so we're going to be playing it on the hard difficulty. Let's get started.
Place your stockpile, my lord.
Okay, so here we are on the map. Pretty standard. We're by this river, obviously. So let's go ahead and place the stockpile down. We don't need it for much, so I think I'll put it over here closer to the trees.
Sight your granary, sire.
Put the granary a little bit more open.
I'm glad to have found you. Some of our men made good their escape, but they are scattered around the countryside. Our main task here is to build up some supplies, but we should also raise some new troops and look for our lost soldiers.
We're going to need to place down a barracks. So that way we can start recruiting some peasants.
Needed, sire. As well as growing apples, sire, may I suggest we also raise a few cows? The cheese gathered will be invaluable in the long marches to come.
Okay, with that out of the way, I think the scribe has finished talking for now. But we do need more peasants, obviously. I think each wood camp uses 3. Stronghold 3 does lack information regarding the usage of its buildings. It looks like it uses 3. I know it used 3 in Stronghold Legends. 3 peasants per wood camp. And I think for Stronghold Crusader 2 it used 1 again. So they sort of changed it, but I'm pretty sure this wood camp behaves much in the same way. But you know, if you look at the information here for it, let's see here, it says it produces trees. It doesn't say how many are required, so no help there. I see 3 of them now. Yeah, so it's 3. It would just be helpful if it actually told you when you clicked on the building. Like, these buildings, they don't give you any information in the little panel that comes up. You have to click on the question mark, which opens up the actual Civilopedia. What would you call this thing?
We are almost out of food, sire.
It's an index of sorts. I'm used to Civilization 4. It's called a Civilopedia. We'll call this the Strongholdpedia. How about that? We're almost out of food, huh? So our mission, of course, in addition to gathering wood and cheese and apples, is to scout around and find the missing troops. This is a pretty decent mission. The next mission after this, when I replayed it, I actually had some difficulties with troops getting stuck in the walls. This one, I really haven't had that problem. Obviously, there is the possibility that those peasants there can get stuck in the barracks, which is pretty ridiculous, but I've never had it happen. Do we start with any? No. I mean, we had enough to build an armory, but I mean, we had enough stone to build an armory, but we don't start with any spears or anything else. I was only interested in the spears. Can't buy them either. We have enough wood for another farm. I don't think wood is going to be a problem. It's more likely the food will be. So there's the victory condition, find the scattered troops. We can't, I don't think we can see them by default, no.
Peasants needed, sire.
So we can't do it the easy way. Okay, here come some wolves.
On your feet, boys. Come on, boys.
Rain again, my liege.
They killed, who is that? Is that a mother? Yeah, it looks like it. Not one of my
Hey-ho.
actual peasants.
Right, another march.
It's rather interesting.
Recruits needed, sire.
Let's work on getting rid of this wolf den up here. This wolf lair.
Lordship. Stick them forks in them.
There is a little bit of variety in the peasant models in this game that you'll notice. They're not all identical, like you might recall in Stronghold 2, for example. Like this one has a spear, this one appears to have a scythe of some sort. Right here is a woman peasant. What does she have? She has some sort of barbed pole. It's a little bit interesting. Oh, some of these men also have barbed poles. I'm not sure, like, what kind of tool would that be? It looks like just sort of a makeshift weapon. More than, you know, because pitchforks are in size are something that you'd actually use in peasant activities, like day-to-day kind of farming and stuff. So it would make more sense. I don't understand the pole with a big spear barb on the end of it, though. That really doesn't seem to have much of a place in a peasant's life, right? Aside from perhaps defense.
Moving out.
People are leaving the castle.
Yes, yes. The rain is not our friend.
People are unsure of you, sire. Peasants needed, sire.
I'll recruit a few more peasants.
Attention.
I'm gonna send the Lord back to the
A band
keep.
of our soldiers have been found, sire.
That was relatively easy.
Sir.
I hardly had to even walk over here to find them.
New orders. Keep ranks.
So these are all men-at-arms. So they
Close ranks.
have their spears that they can throw, unlike the peasants.
Attention. Yes,
I don't
sir.
know if I've mentioned it before, but this is the one Stronghold game that I've never completed the campaign on. I got about halfway through this mission, or this campaign for Stronghold 3 back in 2014, I believe it was, when I bought the game. And after that, I just kind of got busy with other things. I think I sort of got involved in the beta for Stronghold Crusader 2, and then that sort of put my playing of Stronghold 3 on the back burner, and then I just eventually stopped playing it altogether.
Lordship. You're joking. That's impossible.
So I never actually got to complete it. And there are some pretty annoying bugs in it
Wolves are
yet.
abroad in the land, my lord. The peasants are terrified.
But by
We
and
are
large,
under
that was
attack.
not the
Wolves are
reason.
attacking.
Wow. Where are these wolves?
Moving out.
The reason that I quit playing it was not because of the bugs. It was more like because I got distracted by other things. I don't understand. Where are the wolves attacking? I don't see the wolves anywhere. Are they over here? I should probably just drag a line over everything.
Orders.
People are
Pretty-
leaving the castle.
Ooh, a command.
I don't understand where the wolves are.
Great.
So do I
Another
have to use my lord to find the additional troops? Maybe that's the deal. Because there should be some troops over
Keep your
here.
helmet on, Squire.
I played this on a stream
Right.
a couple weeks ago, so I kind of noticed where they spawned in troops, but now I'm not seeing them
A
anywhere.
group of
Oh,
men-at-arms
nope,
have been
here
found
they
in
are.
the woods, my lord. I think that's the last of our troops found, sire.
Okay.
Sir, yes, sir.
So we didn't need to use the Lord to do it, to find them. And we almost have enough cheese. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the granary and turn off cheese consumption. Yeah, so for those wondering kind of what I'm also doing, I am streaming from time to time. So if you're interested, you can check my Twitch channel out. That's where I'll stream
That's
to.
the last of the goods stored, sire. Our preparations here are complete. Victory!
Yes, we actually do make some passive honor, gold, I mean, in Stronghold 3. Now, I'm not sure if it was the same situation in Stronghold Crusader 2, but in all the other Stronghold games that I've played, by default, you have no taxes, which provides a small amount of passive popularity. But you don't get any gold for it. But in Stronghold 3, apparently, even without turning the taxes on, like the default tax rate will generate a little bit of gold for you, which I think is kind of nice to keep things going, like to keep the economy going and everything. I do like that decision. Let's continue on here. Okay, so that was pretty much the entirety of Mission 2, A Bend in the River. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.